This is a guide on how to get a free K-84 wonder weapon in the map Firebase. A few things you'll have to do before we get started into the actual steps. You have to activate all three ether reactors. It's essentially the power in the map. Once you have finished all three, all you have to do from there is go to the village, the spawn area, and talk to Revanov. After you have gotten that out of the way, we can get into the actual steps. Once you have teleported back after talking to Revanov, make your way over to the weapon lab area of the map, and you'll see this blueprint right here on the wall. Go pick it up. After that, what you want to do is make your way over to the scorch defense area of the map to get your next part. Once you have entered the scorch defense area of the map, make your way over to this tank right here. In front of the tank, there will be this body. Go up to the body and interact with it, and a little cutscene will play. You are taking out the guy's eye, I think it's a professor, and the eye is used for the next step. If you're doing this in solo, you don't have to worry. Every single cutscene will be, like, no zombies will harm you during the cutscene. And after you have taken out the eye and killed this guy, all you have to do now is make your way back over to the weapon lab area of the map. Once you have entered the weapon lab area, make your way over to this machine right here and place down the eye we just picked up. The eye will be placed down and a retina scan will start. Once the retina scan is over with, this desk will open up, revealing a locker key. Pick up the locker key and make your way over to the barracks area of the map. I advise you to get some perks and maybe a better weapon than your starting weapon, because this next step requires you to kill some mimics. In these two buildings in the barracks area, there will be lockers. In the right building, there are 3 lockers, and I think in the left one there are like 4 or 5. Once you open a locker, a mimic will spawn in. You'll hear it spawn in. And all you have to do from here is eliminate the mimics in hopes of it dropping the part we need. You should know that not all the lockers contain mimics, only some of them. So as you see, I did not get the part I needed, so I needed to go to these 2 lockers and open it. Unfortunately, no mimics spawned in for these 2, so I had to go over to this building over here and open the lockers on this side. So I opened this one with no mimic, and then I opened this one, and fortunately the mimic spawned in. So I killed the mimic, which again, the mimics are not too difficult to kill if you have the correct weapons for it, like with RPD and Howler, pretty easy. So right there, the second mimic I killed dropped the part I needed, that part right there. All you have to do now is pick it up, and we are now on to the next step. This next step can be pretty difficult for some people. I still have a hard time with it too. So what you want to do is make your way over to the weapon lab area of the map once again, and you'll see this computer right here. Go up to and interact with it. Essentially what this graph shows is it's like a dartboard, so you have to remember the pattern it stops on. So like right there, that's where my first one is, and then it'll flash all around in the opposite way, and it stopped right about here for me, and then the next one's right here. So what you want, that's essentially, again, it's a code on a dartboard. So my code showed 7149. I advise you to take a video or picture of this code because it makes it way more easier. After you have memorized where those patterns have stopped, make your way over to the village area of the map. Make your way over to the Wonder Fizz area in the village, and you'll see this dartboard right here. The pattern we just saw on the computer represents the numbers on the dartboard, so I advise you to take a photo or a video of it. So like my numbers were 7, 14, and 9. After you have punched in or shot your 3 codes, you want to shoot the bullseye in the middle. For some reason, I can't figure out why this step is pretty messed up. So as you see, I'm shooting the correct code and I shoot the bullseye, and for some reason the bullseye is not opening up. I tried it 3 or 4 times with no prevail, and as you see in my gameplay right here, I try the exact same numbers, 7, 14, 9, and then I shoot the bullseye, and for some odd reason, it decided to work this time around. So double check if your code is correct, and if you're 100% sure it is correct, just keep retrying the same code over and over and over again, and eventually it will work. All we have to do from here is go through a few rounds and wait for a mangler to spawn. Once you finally get a mangler to spawn in, what you want to do is shoot his right arm cannon, and once you shoot that, you want to kind of hope that it drops the part. I think it's the second mangler you shoot the arm off always drops his part. As you see, the first one I killed did not drop the part I needed. the next round, round 17, I did the exact same thing, and this time it happened to drop the part that I needed right here. So what you want to do is pick up this magazine and make your way over to the weapon lab area once again. Once you are over, or once you made your way over to the weapon lab area of the map, you want to come up to this machine right here and interact with it, and you'll see the magazine is placed down. What you want to do now is wait one full round. So I did that at the beginning of round 18, and in the beginning of round 20, I'll be able to pick up the magazine. Once you have waited one full round, come back over and pick up the magazine, and that was it. That is the last step to craft your Ray K. Come over here and you can build it. This wonder weapon is pretty useful, and I think it's pretty cool. To me, it's a mix of a ray gun Mark II and a ray gun Mark III into one gun. It has different firing modes and stuff. So the basic firing mode is it kills zombies pretty quickly. As you see here, it's just the regular like bullets. And the second firing mode is if you shoot it, it slows down and hurts zombies. But the cool feature is it's kind of like the ray gun Mark III. Is if you shoot the different mode and then shoot it with the bullets thing, it does this little explosion which can take out a horde of zombies. And you can take it to the Pack-a-Punch machine and upgrade it into its 3 different upgrade tiers. This is probably one of my favorite wonder weapons they've added, and yeah, hopefully this guide helped you out. Please like and subscribe, and hopefully I do the Easter egg guide soon.